Senior 4 fruits that boost circulation and intimacy. Life after 60 today. Have you ever been told that after 60 life slows down, that the flame of desire fades? That intimacy becomes nothing more than a distant memory? They were wrong, completely wrong. My name is Dr. James. I'm a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping thousands of older adults across the country regain their energy, improve circulation, and reconnect with the closeness they thought was long gone. And today I want to share something with you, something that might surprise you. It's not about medication. It's not about hormone therapy. It's not about expensive treatments. It's about 4 simple fruits you can find in nearly any grocery store. Fruits that just might be nature's key to reawakening your vitality and your emotional intimacy. 4 fruits not just sweet to the taste, but powerful enough to stir something deep within you. They're not magic. They're not miracle pills. They're quiet warriors from nature. They don't fight your body. They work with it. They help you reclaim the flexibility in your step, the warmth in a simple touch, and yes, the quiet confidence to be close again with your partner even at 60, 70, or beyond. And in just a few minutes, I'll reveal what those 4 fruits are, how to use them, and why they can completely change the way you feel in your body. Starting today, but before we begin, take one small step so you don't miss any of this. Hit the subscribe button on Life After 60 today. Tap the bell icon so you get notified when new videos go live. And if you find today's topic helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0, because I read every response and I'm always looking to do better for you. Now let's begin with the very first fruit. One that might already be sitting quietly in your fridge. 1. Red grapes, the tiny fruit that gets the blood flowing again. I remember not long ago I used to believe this. If you want to improve circulation in older adults, it has to be with medication. But the more I listened to my patients, their struggles, their hopes, their quiet frustrations, the more I realized something profound. Sometimes the most powerful answers are hiding in plain sight, like in a simple bunch of red grapes. No exotic superfood from halfway across the world. No cutting-edge supplement with a 5-syllable name. Just grapes. So what makes red grapes so special? The answer is resveratrol, a powerful antioxidant found in the skin of red grapes. And what does it do? It helps dilate blood vessels. It improves circulation. It increases oxygen delivery to vital organs, your heart, your brain, your muscles, and yes, even to the most intimate areas of your body. What makes red grapes remarkable is this. They activate blood flow exactly where aging tends to strike. First, your lower body. Have you ever noticed? Cold feet that never seem to warm up even under blankets. The lack of sensation in intimate moments. Getting tired faster when walking, climbing stairs, or even just standing for too long. Don't rush to chalk that up to just aging. Because when blood stops flowing well, so does everything else: your energy, your desire, your connection. Red grapes may be small, but their impact is anything but. And they're just the beginning. Red grapes restoring a freedom you thought was gone. Just by adding red grapes to your daily routine, you might begin to feel something shifting. Your body feels lighter, your mind a little clearer, and most importantly, your sense of closeness starts to awaken gently, naturally, without pressure. For many men over 60, the idea of feeling confident again with a partner feels like something long lost. But when blood starts flowing again, when circulation finds its rhythm, the things you thought had disappeared, they often return. So let's pause here for a moment, but don't take your eyes off the screen, because that was only the first fruit in our list of nature's 4 quiet warriors. There are still 3 more to come, and each one has its own unique mission. One naturally boosts testosterone, and another stimulates oxytocin, the bonding hormone that deepens emotional connection. and one targets circulation in the pelvic region, the very place where intimacy often begins to fade with age. In the last section, we began our journey through the 4 fruits that can help reignite circulation energy and intimacy after 60. We started with red grapes, a small, unassuming fruit with powerful potential to restore blood flow and rekindle closeness. You may have believed was gone for good, but that was just the beginning. Because the next fruit doesn't just support circulation, it's the quiet gatekeeper of kidney health and intimate well-being. And those 2 things, they are the foundation of deeper, more meaningful connection in later life. The quiet power of red grapes. How a simple fruit changed everything. One of the most extraordinary benefits of red grapes comes from a compound called resveratrol. This natural antioxidant helps increase nitric oxide production, a vital key to initiating and sustaining healthy erections in men. It allows blood vessels to expand gently without the forced effects of medication and without the side effects. Even more importantly, it works deeply in the pelvic region, the very area that often struggles first as we age. And this isn't just about men. Women benefit too. When circulation improves, sensitivity increases. Moments of intimacy feel warmer, fuller, and more emotionally present. Because reconnecting isn't just about function. It's about feeling. And red grapes, yes, that simple sweet after-dinner fruit can help bring that feeling back. I've had older couples return to my office months later, smiling, sometimes even glowing. "Doctor," they'd say, "it's just 1 bowl of grapes a day, but we feel like we've gone back to the early days of our marriage." And every time I smile back. Because it's not magic, it's science. And it's a smart, natural choice. Next up, cranberries, the unsung guardian of your kidneys and intimate wellness. Now, maybe you've only ever thought of cranberries as something tart and red that shows up once a year at Thanksgiving. I used to think that too, but then I started listening to my older patients, the ones who seemed not just healthy, but truly connected, energized, alive. And one thing caught my attention. The word cranberry kept coming up in their stories. Over and over again. Curious, I dug deeper, and what I found completely changed the way I saw this little fruit. Cranberries, protecting the kidneys, sustaining energy and rekindling desire. Your kidneys and urinary system may not get much attention, but quietly behind the scenes they shape the way you age. When kidney function starts to decline, it doesn't just show up in lab tests. It shows up in the way you feel. Toxins begin to build up in your blood, circulation slows down, low-grade inflammation quietly settles into places you'd rather not talk about. And when that happens, for men it can mean a dip in desire, a loss of control, shorter endurance, a growing sense of frustration, sometimes even shame. For women it might show up as dryness, discomfort, or a slow erosion of confidence in moments that used to feel close and warm. And this is where cranberries step in like a silent guardian. This little tart fruit is packed with natural compounds that fight inflammation, to cleanse the urinary tract, and support blood vessels in the pelvic region. But this isn't just about feeling more comfortable at the restroom. It's about supporting natural blood flow to the foundation of intimacy, the place where closeness begins. For men, cranberries can help restore natural staying power. When your kidneys function better, 2 things happen. Blood pressure stabilizes. Nitric oxide levels stay steady. Together, these 2 elements play a huge role in achieving stronger, longer-lasting erections. Feeling more confident and in control. Being present, not distracted when it matters most. For women, the shift can be felt in comfort and in connection. Women who consistently include cranberries in their routine often report fewer recurrent infections, and less dryness and irritation, and more ease and enjoyment during intimacy. And most importantly, they begin to feel like themselves again. Not past their prime, not disconnected, not resigned, just real, comfortable, present. When the discomfort disappears, the connection can return. I've sat with patients who quietly endured years of discomfort, the pain that makes closeness feel like a chore. That's the bladder urgency that interrupts everything, and the inner voice whispering, maybe those days are behind me, and then just a handful of dried cranberries at lunch, or a glass of pure cranberry juice each morning. That's all it took to begin feeling more ease, more confidence, and more connection without forcing anything. The takeaway. Sometimes the key to intimacy isn't in a pill, it's in a piece of fruit. It doesn't always take prescriptions or expensive therapies. Sometimes simply removing discomfort is enough for closeness to come rushing back like a stream finally freed to flow again. And when both people feel safe, intimacy finds its way back. Naturally, gently, and beautifully. A gentle nudge you can start today. Sprinkle a handful of dried cranberries over your salad. Add a splash of unsweetened cranberry juice to your morning water. Pair it with red grapes and you've got a powerful duo for circulation, kidney health, and emotional connection. Now that you've seen how cranberries can quietly protect your kidneys, improve blood flow in the pelvic region, and ease discomfort that can affect intimacy, you might be wondering, is there a fruit that doesn't just heal but actually reignites something inside you? Something that makes your body remember what it felt like to be fully alive, energized, passionate, in tune. There is. And it's simpler than you think. The third fruit, papaya, the awakener of vitality. Papaya feels like summer sunlight. Maybe it's that vibrant orange glow. Maybe it's the soft sweetness that melts on your tongue like a gentle reminder of simpler, warmer, more energized days. But underneath that golden flesh lies a secret strength, one most people over 60 have never been told. Papaya is not just a dessert. It's a natural stimulant for testosterone in men. It boosts circulation, revives physical energy, and rekindles that feeling of being fully alive in body and spirit. A true story and a result I'll never forget. I once had a patient, a retired school principal. He came in looking tired, not just physically but emotionally drained. He said, I eat healthy, I walk every day, but I still feel empty, like the fire's gone out. I don't sleep well, I feel unmotivated, and intimacy with my wife feels like a memory more than a part of my life. So we tried something simple. One papaya smoothie in the morning. Just 1 cup of ripe papaya with a bit of Greek yogurt. That's it. A few weeks later, he walked back into my office, smiling, eyes lit up. I don't know what changed, he said, but I feel like myself again. So what's inside papaya that makes it so powerful? Papaya is loaded with vitamins A, C, and E, which boost immunity and cellular vitality. Papain, an enzyme that aids digestion and reduces inflammation. Potent antioxidants which help cleanse blood vessels and improve circulation. But its real magic, papaya naturally supports testosterone production in men and helps balance estrogen levels in women. Combined with improved blood flow and oxygen delivery, this means for men, stronger, more stable erections. That's increased stamina and a greater sense of control and confidence. For women, reduced dryness, improved pelvic circulation, greater sensitivity and ease in intimate moments. And it's not just physical, it soothes emotional tension too. Papaya also nourishes your adrenal glands, the ones that regulate cortisol, your stress hormone. This leads to lower mental fatigue, less irritability, reduced anxiety, and that creates a beautiful ripple effect. Your body feels better, your mood softens. You reconnect more easily with less emotional weight and more grace. And the best part, papaya is easy to find, easy to love, and incredibly easy to use. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need complicated prescriptions. All you need is a ripe papaya, a spoon, and a quiet moment in the morning. That's it. Just like that, you've got something that doesn't just nourish but reaches into your vitality, into the part of you that remembers how it used to feel. without pressure, without high expectations. Papaya isn't flashy like a pill, but it delivers something much more valuable: steady energy and a renewed sense of aliveness. And most importantly, the natural desire to connect, to be close, and to be fully, unapologetically yourself again. Chapter 2. That wraps up this part of the journey, because next comes the fourth and final fruit. One that touches the heart, hormones, and even your sleep. If you thought the first 3 fruits were already impressive, just wait for the last one. Because this one doesn't just support circulation and hormone health, it helps you sleep more deeply, love more completely, and reconnect more effortlessly. It's deep red, softly sweet, a fruit you might remember from quiet evenings shared over a simple bowl of fresh fruit with someone you loved. After exploring papaya, the awakener of natural energy and intimacy, we now arrive at the final piece in the puzzle of reconnection after 60. And this last fruit does something special. It doesn't just revive the body, it quietly brings the heart home again, introducing cherries. Cherries, the velvet red fruit that gently rekindles intimacy. I first recommended cherries to a couple in their 60s. They didn't expect much. They were open-minded but not overly hopeful. And yet, 2 months later, they walked back into my office, eyes brighter, more affectionate, laughing like newlyweds, and I knew exactly why. The secret: anthocyanins, a powerful class of antioxidants found in cherries that reduce inflammation in blood vessels, boost natural nitric oxide production, and improve circulation throughout the entire body. Translation: blood flows more easily, more fully, not just to your heart or brain, but to those delicate, intimate places where desire, sensation, and connection are born. For men, stronger, longer, more natural confidence. For men over 60, this means more blood flow to the penis. Better, more sustainable erections. No need for pills, no worry about side effects. When your blood moves freely, confidently, your strength returns. Not because you're forcing it, but because your body remembers what it once knew. And now you're letting it remember. For women, greater comfort, fuller feeling. For women, cherries offer something both physical and emotional. They enhance blood flow to the pelvic region, and they reduce dryness and discomfort during intimacy. And they increase sensitivity so touch feels real again and emotions feel whole again. Suddenly, closeness becomes a gentle joy, not a psychological burden or something done out of obligation. Not a task, a connection. Not just the body, cherries calm the mind. One of the most remarkable things about cherries is this: they naturally contain melatonin, a hormone that improves the quality of your sleep, guides the body into deep relaxation, helps stabilize natural hormonal rhythms, and when you start sleeping better, deeper, longer, everything begins to shift. Stress drops, and your mood softens. And your heart opens again, allowing intimacy to return in the gentlest, most effortless way. Cherries don't explode anything, they restore you quietly. Unlike pills, cherries don't shock the system or give you that rush followed by a crash. They work gradually, consistently, softening the blood vessels and restoring hormonal balance, and in gently bringing your body, your mind, and your emotions back into rhythm together. I've seen it again and again. Cherries don't fix everything overnight, but they open a door, a quiet door, just wide enough to let your body remember, I'm still here. I can still feel, and I am still lovable. So now you know the 4 fruits, but where do you begin? Maybe you're asking yourself right now, where do I start? How do I do this without turning it into another complicated health routine? Here's the good news. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. You don't need to do it all at once, Doyens. Start simple, start soft in the way your body has been waiting for. A handful of red grapes in the afternoon. A spoonful of papaya blended with Greek yogurt at breakfast, a few dried cranberries in your morning water, or a small bowl of cherries before bed. That's it. The key isn't doing everything, it's doing something every day. Just one quiet signal to your body each day. I choose aliveness. I choose connection. I choose to feel again. Within just a few weeks, you might start to notice small but powerful changes. Warmer hands and feet, a clearer mind, a deeper, more restful sleep. And somewhere in that stillness, a quiet spark glowing gently as you lie beside the person you love. After walking through the 4 fruits, red grapes for circulation, cranberries for urinary health, papaya for vitality, and cherries for emotional intimacy. Maybe now you're realizing something. Change doesn't always need to come from something dramatic. Sometimes one small bowl of fruit each day can awaken something beautiful you thought was gone forever. These aren't just foods, they're signals, little whispers from deep inside your body saying, I'm still here. And there's one thing I've come to believe with absolute certainty. After decades of walking beside thousands of older adults across this country, it's never too late. I've seen it myself. Men in their 70s rediscovering closeness after years of distance. Women smiling as they see their bodies as lovable again. Not because they turned back time, but because they began to honor the season they're in. Cheer to more. From this moment forward, see fruit differently. The next time you look at a bowl of fruit on your table or write your grocery list, try thinking this instead. This isn't just food, it's a gift, a tool, a step forward. Let today be your beginning. Not because someone else said so, but because you deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel loved. You deserve to feel fully alive. You now know what to do. You've seen what's possible. Now the next step is yours, and I'll be right here cheering for every step you take. A final reflection. This isn't an ending. It's the beginning. Sometimes we enter a season of life where we quietly accept less energy, and less intimacy, and less connection, not because we want to, but because someone once told us that this is what aging looks like. But I'm here to say, as someone who's witnessed countless transformations, that's not true. You're not done. You're not too old, and your body has not given up on you. These 4 fruits, they're more than nutrition. They're a daily reminder to wake your body's memory, and a simple tool to restore blood flow, confidence, and connection. A quiet way to feel truly alive again. Think of everything your body has carried you through. Years of hard work, on sleepless nights worrying about your children, on pressure, pain, and losses, laughter through tears, and quiet victories no one saw. Your heart has kept beating through all of it. Your blood has carried life through you day after day. And now, as you finally have the time to slow down and savor what really matters, connection, closeness, love, you deserve support, not limitation. 4 fruits, not magic pills, but a quiet revolution. They don't invade, they don't shout, they don't rush. Instead, they move gently through the tiniest blood vessels, down pathways of hormones that medication can't always reach, into the corners of emotional memory you thought had long gone slinted. What I hope you take from this isn't just a list of fruits. It's the belief that you still have so much to live for. You still deserve to feel the warmth of someone's hand in yours, the quiet hope of a new morning, that soft flickering spark when you look at your partner or simply at yourself and realize it was never lost. It was only waiting. Aging doesn't take everything from us. It also gives us something. The chance to love more deeply, to cherish more fully, and to finally understand what really matters. And when your blood flows freely, when your hormones are in harmony, when your body is nourished, your heart opens wide enough to receive all of it. So tomorrow, if you simply add a few cherries to your bowl, or toss a handful of red grapes in your pocket before your walk, know this: you're choosing to live consciously, not because your body is broken, but because it still has so much to give. If this video helped you see aging in a new light, brighter, fuller, filled with possibility, here's how you can pass it on. Tap like, so the algorithm shares it with others who might need it. Hit subscribe to Life After 60. Today for weekly videos on health, emotion, connection, and energy in later life. And in the comments, share one thing you've learned today or one small action you're ready to take starting now. Remember this: you've spent a lifetime taking care of others. Now it's time to care for yourself, because you deserve to feel strong, joyful, loved, and most of all, connected again, on your terms, in your time, and in your way. You've earned that, and we're here to walk that road with you.